Hey guys, Ile here, and this time we are in, what is it called? Nebelburg, yeah? Yeah, Grand Battle. So we're going to watch an interesting battle with really cool result, and at the same time I want to discuss this mode with you. I'm pretty sure you have your own opinion about it, so share it in comments, and well, we will see what people think. So, my opinion about this mode is that it's terrible. It's very raw. It was poorly planned, and well, I do realize that the only purpose of this mode is to make matchmaker for other tier 10s and tier 8 tanks easier in random battles, just to make fewer tier 10s in randoms so that tier 8 summon are in the top of the list. That is the main purpose, and well, that's why you're given bonds here, because you're given them for suffering in this mode, as well as you're given bonds for full tier 10 battles in randoms, just because they also suck. Because they are turbo battles, because everyone is crazy there. So whatever bonds are given for, it sucks, and it's just a compensation for playing in this mode. So this mode is pretty good for light tanks, because as you see, like, the maps are very open, even though I don't recommend doing it in Sheridan because it's so huge and no camo, or Panzerwagen, same thing. But some lights, like the Chinese, like the French, like Soviet, they feel very good here. So what is the problem? Why do I call this mode or map bad? The problem is that the map is pretty small. It's 1.4 by 1.4, but you know, there are some mountains here and there on the map, and if you exclude them, and if you exclude water, then the real living space will be very small. It will be, well, similar to Prokhorovka, but you have twice more tanks. So whenever you get lit, you get hit from everywhere, since it's open. So if I'm spotted like right here, right now, I can be shot like from 5 sides. So basically, if your 6th sense goes off, you go straight to the garage. Okay, I get lit here, but I was more or less prepared to that. And I make a very, very smart move, tricking the enemy, and you see... Oh! Nice. Typical Ilya. I get... yeah, I flip in this map very often. I don't know why, but I flipped several times to death here. So yeah, the first problem is that the map is too open, and basically wherever you go, wherever you get lit, you die. If you don't want to die, if you want to deal some 5000 damage in your Patton, 140, whatever, in your i7, then there are two possibilities here. Either you go zero line, or you go to the city area. And as you see, in both zero line, and especially in zero line, and also in city area, the fight happens in very narrow corridors. So the fight itself is not much different from fight in some Himmelsdorf, because like here, look, several our tanks, several enemy tanks will fight face to face. It really looks like some Himmelsdorf banana, or maybe Rimburg. So there is nothing epic in there, and well, if you want to fight some tanks face to face, you'll have to use some gold. And if you want to fight elsewhere, then you will end up like Centurion Action 10, because if you try to play middle, well, you see, you get hit from here. This is also the problem, which I should have mentioned before, that not only do you get hit from everywhere, you will never see those who shot you, because most enemies, or some enemies, are within drawing range but not within spotting distance. This is the map where drawing range starts to play a lot greater role, because in random battles, in regular random battles, usually if you see enemy, then your team also sees enemy most of the time, or at least drawing range is not such a big problem. Here it is a problem. And well, everywhere are tank destroyers. Wherever you go, wherever, like I'm advancing now, there is no guarantee that I don't see some tank destroyer. And you see, like, I'm spotting 2 tank destroyers immediately. So whichever bush you pick, you just poke your finger in that bush, there is a tank destroyer sitting there. You see another bush, you look at it, there is a tank destroyer. You see another bush, there is a medium. Everyone is in bushes. It makes sense because everyone wants to live. But then, if you want to do something, if you want to take some initiative in your hands, you know, if you want to advance with your team, don't. This map is for campers. This map is for playing from second line. You see, like, I get lit, I get suddenly hit from somewhere, and this will always happen. So this map is totally unplayable for slower tanks, I think. Because, okay, you're in Jagdpanzer, you'll get to some position, fine. You will make 2 shots, maybe, if you see enemies there. Okay, and then what? You can't advance, because if you go somewhere, well, first of all, you are extremely slow, you'll never keep up with your team. Because on larger distances, and okay, I have to admit that, you have to go further than you go in random battles. On larger distances, you can't keep up with your team, your mats go a lot quicker than you do. Because if the maps are small, like in randoms, then okay, your mats come first, then after 30 seconds, you arrive there. Not in this case. In this case, you see, like, we crushed their zero line flank. Our mediums, like Backchat, can go first very quickly, but some T110E4, Jagdpanzer, they will get there after a minute or 2, and it will already be too late. And also, slow tanks can't carry, obviously. And also, I would say that you run out of time pretty often here, a lot more often than in random battles. That's pretty expected, taking into account that the teams have like 60,000 HP per team, or maybe 55, I don't know, it doesn't say here, but you know, in randoms, if it's full tier 10 battle, then there are like from 28 to 35,000 hit points per team, so I assume here it's like 55, 60,000. Also, another funny thing is that the teams usually don't have light tanks, like 1 light tank per team, 0 light tanks per team, at most 2, I've seen at most 2. Whereas in random battles you get to Himmelsdorf and there are 4 lights per team. Yeah, of course there are like tier 9 and 8 lights there. But, you know, this is the map where light tanks are needed a lot more, because, well, you saw how easy it was to get the whole flank killed, like 10,000 spotting, 11, 12. It wasn't very hard, and this is where light tanks and mission in light tanks can be completed very easily, and also like in all other classes. Just the whole thing is be careful and try not to attack, really. This is the map which is made by campers, made for campers, because I'm pretty sure Wargaming employees are all campers because they have no idea what's going on in the battles. So, leave your opinion about this mode in the comments. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you liked this battle. Maybe I was talking too much so you couldn't concentrate on what's going on here. But then, okay, you can rewatch it maybe. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you around.